some experts have argued that the efficacy of some of the vaccines are so low, for example, 62% for the AstraZeneca vaccine, that an improbable proportion of the population would have to be vaccinated to reach herd immunity. What is the MOH views regarding such concerns? Second one is some people have said that they prefer one vaccine over another. They want to be able to choose, and said that they would rather wait for their chosen vaccine to become available to them, even if it means getting it from the private sector, rather than to get vaccinated as soon as they can.
Ms. Geraldine, thank you for the first question. I think we need to understand two things about efficacy. So just comparing the Pfizer and the Moderna, you can see they have very high efficacy. Many people do confuse efficacy with effectiveness. Perhaps just to illustrate now itself, efficacy in a trial is about looking at whether in the trial a person who is vaccinated versus someone who is not vaccinated, how do they respond to the disease? So this is what it means by efficacy. But when you roll that vaccine out to the public, then it becomes effective in containing the disease. This is the preventive part where you vaccinate people. As more people receive the vaccine, they're less likely to get the disease. Therefore, you achieve herd immunity to that element. So effectiveness and efficacies, we need to look at it separately. So in a trial, they will always report it as an efficacy, but that means that it is still an effective vaccine. And WHO has set the 50% mark as what would be considered for a pandemic containment of any candidate vaccine. So that is how we interpret it. What is important is to recognize that both these had side effects even in trial, meaning there was enough reports of local pain and swelling and fever and fatigue and headache. Now, many of these were temporarily over 1 to 2 days, and almost all of them resolved within 4 to 5 days. So side effects were reported, but these were considered reacting to a vaccine, which is very normal in many vaccines that you receive. Many of you would have taken a shot in the arm. You would have similar side effects as what is reported. Just look at the side effects of AstraZeneca and Sputnik. As I said earlier, the AstraZeneca had a mixed efficacy rate between 60 to 90%, and there were no severe cases in their trial. And this is important to recognize that even in the AstraZeneca trial, there were no severe cases as far as their trial showed. And in the meantime, it is not advised to say, I would choose a certain vaccine over the other, because as the minimum level of efficacious standard is 50%, and they are all applicable as vaccines to effectively contain the disease. That's how we have to interpret it.